Good evening. Thanks for coming, everybody. It's the launch of a book called "I Got a Rocket in My Pocket" and compilation CD, also called "A Rocket in My Pocket." I wrote the book, and so the lovely people at Serpent's Tail have put it out, and then the lovely people at Ace Records decided to say, okay, let's also put out a CD to go with it. So can I just say, first of all, thanks to everybody at Serpent's Tail and Ace Records for believing in something about rockabilly, because the reason I wrote the book about rockabilly in the first place is I thought it didn't get enough attention. The 60s or the 70s or whatever tend to get most of it, and so it was just an attempt to redress the balance. But I didn't want to do a reading at a book launch, because I thought if you're doing something all about music, it'd be nice to try and both play some music on the decks, but also foolishly attempt to sing a little bit of it. So this is Mark Hosking. We're both in a band together called the Flaming Stars. We normally do our own material, so this is us trying to do original rockabilly material from about 50 or 60 years ago. But what we'll start with is really some part of where rockabilly started. If you go back to the 1920s, you've got people like Jimmy Rogers and you've got the Carter family. And as things went forward a few decades, they sort of speeded it up, got a load of the rhythms from black music, and then you arrive at rockabilly. But part of it is just speeded up hillbilly music. So one song that really proves that is a Carter family song, which is it's a tune called "I'm Thinking Tonight in My Blue Eyes," and that came out in the late 20s. And then it turned into The Great Speckled Bird by Roy Acuff in the mid-30s, and then it turned in the early 50s into a song called The Wild Side of Life by Hank Thompson. And that eventually got done in various rockabilly ways. So we're going to do it, first of all, as the 1920s, then sort of blend it into, just as a way of saying, yeah, it's the same tune, but with different words.